afternoon, depending on where you are. So I was asked to talk about motivation, how to motivate schools to contribute data, how to motivate schools to collaborate with scientists and each other. And I, was thinking about this, and and as the previous speakers have talked about and indicated, I mean, the topic itself is compelling and relevant to all of us. And the research can be used to address community challenges, and it can find solutions. So that is motivation in itself, and the connection to UNEP, the connection to the SDGs, and so forth. So I started to think a little bit more about ways that what it is to motivate the schools for sharing and collaboration. And so, thinking as a teacher, as a citizen, as a student, and participating in this effort, think about why collaborate with scientists, other school students, community members. Can we solve, or you solve individually, the world's water quality and quantity problems alone within your community, within your school? Obviously, the answer is no. So do you have all the answers, and do scientists have all the answers? No. So we need to collaborate, we need to share with each other, and through this community effort, we understand and bring about change. Could I have the next slide? So that's more maybe addressing the collaboration and motivation behind it, and if others have ideas, this is some more of my thinking about this. And there's various ways that you can collaborate with scientists and others, and this is one of the great uses as technology advances, that it's so much easier to communicate with each other. So the GLOBE site, or the GLOBE program, or regional offices, or within your community or your country, webinars like this are being hosted. Contact scientists in the GLOBE network, such as myself. Contact your country coordinators and regional coordination office. See ways that we can collaborate and make those connections. Don't be shy, reach out, contribute to blogs, connect with local scientists who may not be officially, if you want, part of this GLOBE network. Connect with universities. Not all scientists may be receptive to working with you, or may not have the time, but don't let that deter you. There are many out there who do. And we realize as scientists, we realize the need that we can't do it alone. Explore ways through social media to share the information, to move forward. And you are the experts, or people in your community, you are the experts about that community. And you need to address questions that scientists might not think of, that are necessary for you to move forward and make your community better. I'm a great component of asset-based community development, ABCD, in that every community, in every place, no matter what challenges you have, you also have assets. And one of the biggest assets you have are the people living there. So scientists may have more knowledge about their field of study, but you have the more knowledge and the motivation about where you live and to make your community better. Can I have the next slide? So how to motivate schools. So this idea of motivation of schools contributing data, and that's a big, big challenge, not only for GLOBE, but for most citizen science programs, is that you go out and collect data and you're doing things and you might be neat, and part of the science process is to share what you have found. In this case, and you can share in many ways through IVSS, websites and all of that, of what you find. But one of the key ways, since we have to deal with such a complex and large-scale problems, is to share the data itself. So we can put this together, and UNEP has a website, the data portal that they talked about, the GLOBE program has. portal. I went back, so somehow the slide went back. So, okay, let me just finish up. We're moving, I'll be quick. I guess just that we are all pieces of this puzzle, that we're putting it together. And when you can, use the GLOW app, because data collection and submission are pretty easy and seamless. But that may not be always possible given your context. So work with your school administration, teachers, community to develop strategies that can work to submit that data. That's cost effective, that's appropriate for your technology, and work with your GLOW network in order to make this happen. Thank you, that's all. Rosaline, yours.
Okay, thank you, Becky, for your presentation. And in GLOW, when you have engaged and when you have given us the results, we like to acknowledge your efforts. And in doing so, Rosaline is going to explain to you what kind of incentives are available after this successful IOP. So over to Rosaline.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Okay, so the first thing we're looking at is all the schools that participate will earn a virtual badge that they can display on their school profile on the website. And when we start to collaborate with other schools in other countries, we will have a collaboration badge that will be available. The regional offices will issue GLOW certificates of appreciation to each school that participate. And then the schools can decide that they want to print the certificates to hand out to each learner that participated. You may find solutions to a local water challenge in your local area, obviously. And then lastly, as you take part in the IBSSs, you and your team may be selected to travel to Washington and attend the GLOBE AGM during 2020. But that is if you are selected. Thank you.